I don't know how many times I try to start or intro a video with the intentions of recording the rest of the day. This is a busy season for my work right now, so being able to get into the garden and video are two completely different things. Right now, I'm concentrating on getting food in the ground. I did a lot of seed starting. I gave some away, seedlings. I kept some. I went on vacation. Well, it was more like a little mini break. And some of them died. Well, the strawberries were kind of suspect in the beginning, and that may have been a pack of bare root that were already dried out, and need to figure out which person I saw this from on here on YouTube, but I got it from the blue store, and I have another pack from the blue store, and I don't think they're gonna make either. I'm just gonna find a spot somewhere and just put those bare roots in the ground after I soak them and see what happens, because it looks like my best bet is to start strawberries from seed or to order them from an online place. If you have a reputable place that I can order strawberries, please let me know. Also, how dedicated am I to this gardening YouTube situation? Do I have all the answers? No. Do I love gardening? Absolutely. Am I trying to convince other people to at least start doing something? 100%. Now, with that being said, don't do as I do. There's people out there that are amazing at gardening. There are people out there who have people help them. There are people who go purchase starts, or they don't start everything from seed. I have a mixture of both, because all my pepper plants, for some reason, and they were pretty, that I started that were in the garden, got eaten up by something. Now, I do have a couple of pepper plants that are in that raised bed tower, which I'm starting to see that it gets kind of shaded over there. I got to show you some updates on what that looks like. If I do, I'll put it in a video right here. This is the raised tower. This is what it looks like now. There are some things that look kind of spindly. There's some things that are getting an adequate amount of sun. The wise thing to do would be to move it down to the yard level to let it get more sun. And over time, I did add a couple of more layers to it, because it had the support of being on the porch. But we'll see how that pans out. As for now, this is what it looks like. There are some things I would do differently, but we will see how it goes. So back to the garden. I did figure out how I wanted to do the beds, and so Charlie cut some wood for me, and we got that done. We're still waiting for things to get leveled, and I'm not fooling with the back quadrant of the yard, and I'm not going to mention it again in this setting. I'll splice in other videos where I might talk about it more in depth, but for right now, I'm going to concentrate on what I can concentrate on, and that's those 4 beds in some containers. And we're going to see what kind of food comes up out of the ground, y'all. Do you know how amazing it is to take a seed, water it, stick it in the ground, all that good stuff, and it produces food for us? I mean, it's a miracle, really. So I think I've been doing a lot of soul searching, really, and the bottom line is it's fun for me to attempt to grow food and flowers, pollinators. Now, that might not be everybody's cup of tea. That might not be what you want to do. You might just want to watch people do it. Or you're in the research phase where you're going to watch hours of YouTube and try to figure out what your setup's going to be. I'm going to tell you right now, I had a blueprint because my husband is a numbers guy. For me to get him on board with things, I have to basically make it a math problem. And so I'd sketched out what I wanted the garden to look like post-storm and had it on grid paper, everything. Does the garden look like that now? No. There were things that couldn't be moved that affected the design. And once I just let that go and just garden, just let it go and just garden. You know, once you do that, just do it. And it just starts making sense on its own. And I'm okay with what it looks like now. Isn't able to be moved, sure. Right now, it's in the phase of everything's in the ground. Things have been fertilized. We're getting rain here and there. I mean, the Lord is just letting it grow. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see the highs and the lows in the garden. Did I label anything? No, I didn't label anything. The only reason that is bad is with wildflowers and things of that nature. I wish that I would label. Maybe we'll get there one day. Some of the starts that I got, because I did go get pepper starts, because it takes a New York minute for a pepper plant to do its thing, and it's got to be hot for it to start taking off. So I did get some starts from the W store that I'm staying away from now. They had some rollback prices on plants, and so when I went to go look at starts for peppers, I dug and dug until I found a pot that had 2 of them in there, or maybe 3, so you can double your double your money, get a bang, have a bang for your buck. But they did have some that were $1. I know, right? So I had to get them. I got 2 bells. I got 2 jalapeno. Now I mean like 4, because it was 2 in each thing, and I had to get some ogre. I could grow ogre from seed, but it was looking like it needed to be rescued, so I went ahead and got it. I want to say there was like 4 plants in one pot, and it was like the little quart, little small pots or whatever. I got a garden gnome that I finally named Bruce. I told my sister, I was like, this is what it looks like when I go shopping unsupervised. And was I meaning to get all that other stuff? Probably not. But and I got some other plants to put in the garden. I did start some things from seed. I still have bulbs that really aren't going to do anything until next season. So, and that's fine. But I need to find a location for them so they can start getting acclimated to our soil. Do I dig up bulbs? No. I mean, unless I don't like where they are. If I don't like where they are, yeah, I'll dig them up. But you can call me the gladiola farmer. They're easy to grow in this weather, in this region. I mean, a gladiola bulb, you can get 3 from the Dollar Tree here in Southeast Georgia for $1.25, and then over time they get bigger, they multiply, and it's been amazing. So I'll just probably put it like a little bulk package together, and I just want to figure out how I want to strategically place them in the garden so they can help with pollination. But I did grab some of the native flowers that grow just kind of here and there in the yard, and I put some of those in the garden as well, because you know the bees know what they know, you know, and you want some local flowers. Some people call them weeds, but they're beautiful. There's a purple flower that grows in our area. There are two different purple flowers actually, and I slung some of them in the garden just because they needed to be there. And that was some of the early pollination before my vegetables really got going. So we can keep them around and keep them in that area so they don't have to go far off looking for nectar. So it is what it is. And yes, I still try to start some things from seed. Now, we'll talk about this at a later date, but I'm going to think about trying to grow some things in the cooler months. I don't know. But I don't want to put the cart before the horse. Right now, I think that we're in a good place. We're going to see what comes up. I did not monocrop. I didn't just, for the most part, put everything in the same area. Now I did that with corn, but I put corn down so late, I don't know what's going to happen. This is my second attempt at corn. We're going to hopefully make it happen one day. I haven't really written off the corn that I've put in the ground right now. It's just really behind. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. The first attempt was in a bed, and it came up, it was spindly, it wasn't enough to pollinate, and I just think that bed didn't have a lot of nutrients in it. I do have a chaos garden bed where I just strewn seeds, and it was just seeds at the bottom of a container that I had seed packs in, and I don't like getting rid of stuff, so I just have one bed dedicated to, let me just broadcast these seeds and see what happens. Now, do I think that the birds are probably thanking me for their Thanksgiving buffet? Probably. Because it looks like it's been messed with. I saw a leaf that I thought was a feather, because I was telling my husband, look, there's even a feather in here. Oh, there's a leaf. So I don't know. We'll see what comes up. It's some fruit, it's some vegetables, it's some flowers. I don't know what's all in there. It should be very interesting to see. I also broadcasted some pea seeds in there too, because I need them. So I just hope by, you know, the end of the summer that we harvest some good food and we're able to enjoy it in real time and hopefully have some things to put back. I want to get to a point where I know how much do I need for us to eat for a few months and what's too much. But right now there's not really a whole lot I can do except for start planning for fall and figuring out when I need to start seeds to have them in the ground by the end of summer or midsummer, whatever the case may be. So I need to go research when our last frost date is here, estimated last frost date. Once I figure that out, that's half the battle. Figuring out the frost date, seeing how committed I'm going to be to, you know, doing collards and kale and carrots and all that stuff in the fall/winter months. I think it'd be cool. I've had some a collard plant. I've had a cabbage. So we'll see. I mean, that's like level 3 or 4. It's growing cabbage and collards in the fall/winter. I haven't got my brassica patch yet. This is anything like Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts. Yeah. So I gotta get my brassica patch. Right now, we're just trying to make food. We just need that tomato patch again. Oh man. I just, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do what we can. We're gonna see what the Lord blesses us with. We're gonna see what comes up out of the ground. We're going to see how we can share but not allow the garden to get pillaged from the birds and the rabbits and whatever else. But yeah, I had to chit chat today because digging in the soil, I mean, it's kind of like my time. And also, everybody knows how to dig in the soil. There's a million videos on how to do that. There's some things I might show you, but I mean, when I'm out there, I'm going from one. Like, I would have to set up like 4 cameras. Are we there yet? No. Oh man, but I just hope that y'all at least trying to do something like a bucket or like a tower on a patio. You could do like some kind of like hydroponic thing, but not really. You could take a aquarium and just put like, wash off something, put it in a pot, hang it on the side. You can look into all kinds of techniques if you don't have yard space. When I was living in Savannah, I had a little patio that sloped like this. Dangerous. But I grew lettuce out there. I've grown peppers on the patio. It's just grow what you like to eat. Start with that. Start with what you like, and then look and see for your area what time of the year you're supposed to plant it, because you can't necessarily just go off of, oh, I like this, let's plant it, because the growing conditions have to be ideal for that time of year. There's something that I know everybody knows about bolting. That's when a plant feels like it's finished with its life cycle and it's going to seed. And when it's going to seed, it's not going to produce those fruit anymore. And when something like basil goes to seed, which is easy to do, easy to bolt, the leaves don't taste the same. Same thing with like cabbage. And I used to have the issue with brassicas. That's why I don't have my brassica patch. We're gonna see what kind of patches I earn this season. So I'm looking forward to it. Because to me, this is a completely different garden. To me, this is I don't want to say it's etch-a-sketch to start over, because I still like to call myself a pepper farmer. I feel like I go into the garden season with a pepper patch, because they're not hard to grow. And it's crazy because I love banana peppers, and I don't even think I have all banana pepper in the ground, y'all. Oh my, I don't think I have a banana pepper in the ground. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna start a banana pepper plant from seed. That's going to be a separate project. I'm going to start a banana pepper from seed. And we're going to see what it does this season. It is late in the garden season, too. I feel like it's late in the garden season. Is it officially summer yet? No. So, we're going to do that. That's going to be the mini course. The mini course for your pepper patch. Everybody's going to earn a pepper patch in our scout group. I don't want to call it a scout group, but our gardening posse, whatever, we'll figure out what the name of it's going to be. But we're going to do pepper from start to finish and see if your girl is supposed to keep her pepper patch. Now, I'm nervous because I'm putting myself out there, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it, and it's going to be fun. Okay? I think I have banana peppers, and I'm going to set myself up for success because I'm going to not just start one seed. Who does that? I do, but we ain't going to do it this time. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Pepper farmer patch is coming. All right? So, what I'll do is I'll pop back on with a little shorter video starting the pepper process, and we'll go from there. I hope everybody's doing well. The garden is gardening. You just gotta let it do its thing. After we get through this rainy spell that we're having, I'll go out there and fertilize again. But I did amend or side dress with some rabbit bedding from one of the friends of me and my husband. Or is that right? My husband and me. Friend of my husband. Friend of me. Friend of me. Friend of my husband. It's not a friend of I. It's me. Friend of my... Why can't I get this? Whatever. One of our friends... a side dress with some rabbit bedding. So it was a lot of poop, a lot of shavings, broken down. And that should do us for a little bit. And probably I'll do research, but I'm thinking probably in the next few weeks we'll go in with a water-soluble fertilizer. I have some the fish emulsion. I'll mix that up, put that out there. Trying to get us a fence at some point. Been talking to hubby. We're trying to come up with options. We just have a list of other things that are more important than this fence right now, but we'll get it done. So I'll put some pictures in. I'll cut in some, little bit of video excerpts that I have that I intended for this to be this month's video submission for the vlog update, and we'll keep on keeping on. Hope everybody's doing well. What are you growing and what are you harvesting? Bye, y'all.